Hi there, Prairie Plant Girl here. I'm out in the garden this afternoon. I'm going to be planting some garlic. Normally I plant my garlic in the fall. This is Hardneck garlic, and it does well to plant in the fall. It likes that cold vernalization that it goes through when you plant it in the fall, and it goes through the winter, even here in Saskatchewan, Canada. But this year, my garlic didn't come back up. And I think I figured out why, but I won't probably ever really know for sure. When I planted my garlic, I planted it just a little bit early. I think it was the end of August to middle of August last year. And I planted a little bit early because I had another project going on, and I just wanted to get it in the ground and out of the way, so I didn't forget about it. And we had a really, really hot September and October. On the 23rd of October, we had a snowstorm, and the ground was covered in snow, and winter just stayed for the rest of the season. So we went from quite warm summer conditions right into winter, and we didn't get that gradual cool down that will tell the plant to go, into dormancy for the winter. And I think that's what really did my garlic in, is it grew quite well, and it was going along, and then it just, winter hit with no warning for it, and I think that just took my garlic out. Normally, it can handle the winter no problem, but normally we would get those cool down temperatures to send it into that dormancy for the winter. So I have some more garlic. This is garlic I had harvested last year, and I'm going to plant it. So this is a head of garlic here. That's how they started out. I've already divided up 2 heads into these beautiful cloves. These are 3 of my bigger heads of garlic that I had left over, and they give you these nice big cloves. When you plant the nice big cloves, you get nice big heads of garlic, and that's what I'm looking for. So with hardneck garlic, you have this one strong stem in the middle here, and it's surrounded by cloves, and often it's just 4 to 6 cloves that are all surrounding that stem. So you just peel them apart. This one looks like it has 5 or 6 here. So you just pull them and separate them out. You don't need the stem. You can leave the paper on. And you can see these are already wanting to sprout. I took these bulbs of garlic and I put them in my refrigerator for the last few months to try and simulate that cold winter period with the garlic, and I'm hoping that's enough to help them to think they went through that vernalization period and will grow now for me when I plant them in the spring. So they're all separated out, they're ready to go. It looks like I will have 2, 4, 5 plus 2, 4, 6, 8. So I'll have 13 plants here to plant. And I'm just going to get those done, so hopefully I can have some garlic to harvest. It usually takes about 3 months, I find, for my garlic to go from starting to grow until I can harvest it. So I'm expecting I'll still be able to harvest this around the end of August to the middle of September, whereas normally I harvest right around the middle of August. So not a big difference, as long as it works. I'm going to be putting a little bit of bone meal down in the ground. Bone meal is high in phosphorus, and that just helps encourage root development and give strong roots to plants. And while I'm planting them, that's what I want, is to get good strong roots, get good strong plants started. And then once they start to sprout and come above ground, I will give them probably some blood meal, which is high in nitrogen, and that'll encourage some upward growth. So all you do when you plant your garlic is you take your clove and you look, and you have the growth point going up. It might not be sprouted like mine is, but it's that pointier part. And then you have the root end at the bottom. So you're going to put the root end down, the pointy part up, and you're just going to push it in. I usually just take it, and usually about 2 to 3 inches, so kind of the depth of my finger. And then I just go like this, and I'll put one here, and that's how I space them. So I'll just work a little bit of bone meal down into the planting space as I kind of make a hole for them. There's a little bit of shade here right now as the sun kind of moves across the sky, but there's going to be lots of sun in this bed through the afternoon and into the evening, and so that gives us a full sun location, and that's what we're looking for. Let's get planting. So this is the bed where I'd planted the garlic in the fall, and as you can see, there's absolutely no sign of it coming up here. So, and I've kind of dug around a little bit and haven't seen any signs of the bulbs in the ground. So I think they just, like I said, didn't do whatever it is plants do to get ready for that cold period and go into dormancy, and they just rotted away, I think. So just a little bit of bone meal in there and set them down in the hole. Cover them over. So I do have a squash at the back of the bed, so I don't want to get in the way of it. So I'm just gonna go along, making that spacing like that and planting the bulbs. Now you could go in the middle as well. Oh, hello, Mr. Worm. And put them down through there as well. So 4, 6, 8. That's almost half what I need. So I'll just push some more of this mulch out of the way. Keep going along here. And then I'll just sprinkle the bone meal over. So that's 11, 12, 13. Cover those all back over. And I'm just going to put that mulch right back over top. It won't hurt anything. It's nice and warm out now. The soil's nice and warmed up. It'll just help to keep some moisture in when I water. Okay, so that's just how easy planting garlic is. Now, I've never planted it this time of year before. I've always planted my hardneck garlic in the fall, hoping that that vernalization time that it had will be enough that these cloves will grow and do well for me this year. So I'll bring you along when it's time to harvest for sure, and we'll have a look together and see if this worked. So thanks for coming along with me today in my garden, and we'll see you next time. Bye.